Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Wednesday, the 15th of February. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you're all very, very well. Thank you for those of you early viewers who are joining me on Valentine's Day evening. You're clearly having a fantastically romantic night if you're watching this video. So welcome. Right, well, let's see what we got today. We've got first race, 120 Dundalk is what we've got. And a sneaky peek would tell you I got 6 bets. 120 Dundalk, 6 bets. I'll come on to the deets in a minute. We do need to go through state of play. We need to go through Sunday. There was no comment selections to go through because I put nothing up in the comments last couple of days. I didn't fancy it at all. There's no golf this week. Wasn't feeling that. And I'm just trying to put all my focus on the horses. I'm got to get some Cheltenham Festival ante-post stuff out this week, but there's not going to be any of that. Certainly not until at least tomorrow evening. So we'll see. The horses for tomorrow took my focus. But what did we do on Sunday? Sunday was nice and easy. It was 6 on, 0 back. That's what we did. We had 2 not great, brought down at the first, and then close up, but not close enough. So 6 on, 0 back. So yeah, I think that the record for the weekend was 26 on, 0 back. Just awful, or absolutely awful. So I think we were down the week for it was about 60. I think it's £63 it ended up being. So we've had worse weeks in terms of amounts of money, but in terms of percentage loss, last week was atrocious. Like atrocious, like the worst percentage loss I think I've ever actually had, ever. Possibly ever. Forget the channel. It was absolutely dire last week. I could hardly pick my nose. It was that good. There wasn't much to write home about at all last week. The first time ever doing the channel, got back less than £10. The worst return we've ever had was £17 something, and that was in January of this year. We've managed to slot up a couple of absolute pants weeks. The week before, we actually made a nice week, if you recall. It does feel like a long time ago. We made £82 profit. So miraculously, we are £18.54 ahead for February, albeit we're minus 65, I think it is, for the year. So we're just 3 and a bit stakes down for the year after 6 weeks. So not where you want to be, not irretrievable, and clearly we've got the backdrop of other things. And I know if everybody had covered like freebets.com selections to the same staking, you'd be all right. But as far as the main channel goes, the actual bear stats are not looking great. But as you know, I will not shy away from that. I'm not here to give you creative accountancy. Like there's plenty of that goes on in the world and on YouTube where I'll just take the period of time from there to there that makes me look the best, or I'll only talk about the horses that were particularly good, or I'll disappear for days and then come back for the first time when I've actually had a winner. I'm not into that. I'm here, I'm up front, I'm honest. So if we're losing, we're losing. I'm telling you, we're losing. I'm not staying, I'm the best. I know. The key thing here is in horse racing tips land, you cannot have ego. You can't be anywhere near you. If you've got ego, you just set yourself up for a massive fail. So I'm not here to tell you I'm the best. I'm here to tell you I've got a method where I make money on horses. Now, clearly, that's not been massively demonstrated in the last 6 weeks, has it? But over long term, we're good. That's what I'm about. I make long-term profit from horses. The beginning of this year has been a struggle. To be fair, if I look about, there's not many places or not many people that have been doing pretty well the last sort of 5-6 weeks. So it's whatever's in the water, you generally tend to find if it's going well for one, it will go well for most, even if you're on different selections. The markets haven't been playing ball very much. We've had the odd day, the odd week, we are challenged on the statistical front at the moment by just over three stakes, 3-day stake for the year. What do I want to do for Wednesday? I would love to go through Wednesday selections and tell you I've kind of want to play it a little bit on the safe side because last week was so bad, and that's where I should be. And I look back on last year's results, and if you compare last year's results, I think I've said this before. The wins are similar, but the loss days have been taking a bit more of a hit. So I was looking at, is there ways I can slightly lower the risk factor? Because last year when I started off doing a little bit more lower risk. I was doing a few more win tricksy bets. I'm doing a few kind of smaller price but kind of clumped together, like each way trebles, each way fourfolds. Kind of do a little bit of that. Based on last year, next week's when it should turn for the good. So this week, if you're going like for like, it wasn't great this time last year. It was next week when it started to turn and get better. So I'd love to sit here and tell you that. But what you got is, I'm just a guy standing in front of a screen telling you I'm having a little go at Dundalk tomorrow. There's a massive part of me that doesn't want to. But I can't. I'm not going to tell you anything different than I see a lot of value in Dundalk tomorrow, and Dundalk can be hit and miss. Sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't. I think there's a lot to have a go at Dundalk. There's a lot of prices I like. I think there's a lot of vulnerable shorties. I like the look of the markets, and I have got something in every single race at Dundalk. So I am having a little go for the first time in a while. It's up to you how you want to take that, folks. That means for the channel, we're doing stake and a half for Wednesday, and it's predominantly Dundalk. There's a couple of odd races at Wetherby and Kempton. I don't think I've got anything at Hereford at all. There's a couple of odd ones in the UK, but I am stacking on Dundalk. So it's up to you what you do. £30 of channel money is going down on 6 bets. 3 standard Lucky 15 channel bets. 1 kind of riskier bet, although you wouldn't necessarily distinguish from the prices from some of the others. And I've got a couple of combinations, including I'm going for the. Generally speaking, when I say I'm having a little go, it normally means I'm having a little try at a 4-leg double horse in each one, 8 horse, 4 horse accumulator. 8 horse 4-leg accumulator. You'll see. You'll get there. All right. So, yeah, are we buoyed with the whole vat of confidence? No. For those of you who've watched Jeff, he's not put me under any pressure at all, has he? By suggesting that because it's been so bad, it might just suddenly go up again. I am due. Whether it's tomorrow, I don't know, but I'm having a crack at it. So that's what I'm telling you. All right. Let's bound in with the big one. This is the main bet in terms of, I'm not shying away from regular stake on these. So I've got a similar looking bet, but smaller stake. All of these, to me, are classed as horses that should be kind of mid-pack. If they are on a good day, we could get framing. On a bad day, they're kind of 8th, 9th out of kind of 14 runners. So we're looking here, top 4 is what we want. I think 1 race on Sky where they're paying 5, but we're looking top 4. These are all overpriced for their chances of placing. From a win point of view, there's value in there, but it's the place really here. We might get lucky, and if one of these wins, we got lucky. If 2 win, then clearly I'm going to look like a freaking hero. But what we're trying to do here is trying to string a few of these to place together. So what I would say as well about all Sky bets, so all bets for tomorrow, they're all slightly Sky. They've all got 1, maybe 2 races where there's an extra place. So it's not bad betting elsewhere. If you're betting tonight, 365 look less favourable on prices. But generally speaking, they're all Sky, slight edge, but it's not terrible betting anywhere else. So, personally, as I've said before, I don't have like a load of Sky Bet channel accounts. So literally, I've got the channel account and the old channel account that doesn't really work. so myself, I am punting these elsewhere. Tonight, I should be putting on a few bits and bobs, but probably spread across Paddy, Coral, Bet365. So 120, 10th Amendment, 40-1. We've taken that before. 150, Not Amused. We've taken that the last 2 times, 40-1. 4 o'clock, Clueless Hill, 33-1. 4:35, Wish Me, 50-1. 20p each way, Lucky 15. I'm not about trademarking or copyrighting anything I do, but if I was to do anything like that, this is my kind of bet. This is a flat cap Callum bet. Dundalk special, 4 horses, massive prices. People won't look at them because they don't win very often, but they are overpriced because their chances of placing are better than those odds suggest. There we go. £6. Bet 1. We're off. Bet 2. Next Lucky 15. We've got 120 Dundalk and a Cherie, which we've taken before. 12s. 3.25 at Dundalk, Bright Dick, 25 to 1. That's not the best name in the world for a horse, is it? 4.50 Wetherby, Bushmill Boy, 11s. And then the 7.30 Kempton, Havana Gold Rush, 18 to 1. 20p each way, lucky 15. £6 is your bet. Bet 3. Not one, but 2 Dundalk specials we've got. 150 Dundalk, Teddy Boy, 33s. These ones are then smaller. I apologise. I know some of you are going to get upset by this. 220 Betrayed, 15 to 2. 4.35 Oranmore, 9 to 1. 5.10 Emperor of Silk, 9 to 1. 20p each way, lucky 15. It's fun. Most people will look at that and go, that looks like a normal kind of a bet. Some of you will be disappointed that's not good enough. But yeah, there are lots of prices, but I'm also happy with a few shorties in there too. 20p each way, lucky 15. Second Dundalk special. Then we've got the risky bet, which doesn't actually look massively different from bet 1, but I'm saying to you these have got slightly more risk factor on. 2.10 Wetherby, 7 runner race. No one seems to be playing any extra places on it. Breakdance Kid. It's got potential to be better than what it's shown, and the trainer at Catterick, I never saw anything reported about it, but he sent out 5 horses at Catterick on Monday. 2 in one race, 2 in one race, and 1 in the other. And he had 3 winners. He won all races, 2 of them with the same ownership as this horse here. He's only got 1 run at Wetherby. So it's not necessarily about the trainer being form. I don't know whether there was some sort of coup, because in the 2 races he had 2 horses, Neville, on Catterick at Monday. It were the bigger prices that went and won. But yeah, we're taking a bit of a chance on that one. I think that could be a lot better than it's shown. Then we've got 250 Dundalk. This is another one of these ones where we took Stormy Entry, if you recall, back when at a decent price, when it only just got beat into second place. I think we took it at 40s. This one is a similar sort of horse. Same owner, same trainer, same jockey. So Shamey Heffernan's up on this again. This one is a potential shortener tomorrow. If that goes short, we're on to a good one there. So we'll see. Last time out, it was 80 to 1, no show. 40 to 1, I think that price will go a lot lower. I think it's a horse they've brought in from Japan, which you don't see very often in Ireland. Brought a horse in from Japan, ran on the dirt there. It really could be anything, and I don't think you can judge it on last time out. So yeah, I think that the owner only brings in shrewd horses, and it's interesting he's got this from Japan. So yeah, that one's a bit of a rogue in there. Then we've got the 4 o'clock Dundalk Lex Maxima 22s. It's come in a little bit since I originally picked it out. And then the 450 Wetherby, again, not trademarking anything, but we've got a bit of an old boy here that could well bounce back, and that price could look a bit too big. So the way I've configured this, 10p each way lucky 15, 10p each way doubles, and a 30p each way single on Galileo Impact. 480 is our bet. So yeah, all risky for different reasons. That being said, if I only had one like that, I wouldn't have any worry about putting it in one of the luckies. I'd just flag it was a bit riskier. So that is bet 4. Bet 5 is the big combination bet. So I've just done this. There's about 6 races I could have argued a case for, because what I've done for the big bet, I've left out the Wetherby handicap that is a decent betting heat, which most of you will notice, and the race at Kempton I've got in a combination bet in the end. So this is a combination bet for Dundalk. 120 Anna Cherie and 10th Amendment, 150 Teddy Boy and Not Amused, 4 o'clock Clueless Hill and Lex Maxima, 4.35 Wish Me and Oranmore. So it's 10p each way 4 folds. So that's all combinations, 4 folds only. I haven't done trebles on here, just 4 folds. And then the middle 2 legs, which have got the best combination of prices for value, I've done those as 4 times 20p each way doubles. So the middle 2 legs, that's Teddy Boy, Not Amused, Clueless Hill and Lex Maxima. So there's 2 parts to this bet. That's 320 and that's 160. 480 is your bet, is bet 5. And then the last one, I've used the last race at Dundalk, added in an extra biggie that was more risky, and I've used the 7.30 Kempton and added in another in there as well. So we've got 4.35 Dundalk, Wish Me at 50s, Oranmore at 9s, Spirit of Ash at 50s, going on the 7.30 Kempton, Asdar at 10s and Havana Gold Rush at 18s. This is in essence our I say it's our saver bet. If the fourfolds have gone well, that's the last leg couple of them, so we'll see. So 6 times 20p each way doubles, 240 is your bet for bet 6. All right, that is it. We will be back. I'll be back on tomorrow evening. Win, lose or draw. We could be sat here with tears in our eyes because we've just spanked 30 quid to the bookmakers. We could be sitting here thinking, well, that was a good use of £30. I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can, and I'm trying to be as honest as I can with it until I read the form. I like the look of Dundalk on Wednesday, but Dundalk is a volatile place for trying to get it right. You really do need it to drop. We've had some nice results at Dundalk, but we've equally had days at Dundalk where we've got done for the whole lot. So on paper, most of those horses have got no right of being in the frame according to the market. I say otherwise. We'll see tomorrow. Who will win, Callum or the market? We'll find out. Tune in next. No, that's fine. All right, that's me. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll be back tomorrow. I can't even remember. I think what Thursday looked like. I think Thursday potentially is a quieter one. Friday looks okay, and then we'll see. I haven't gone too much into detail with all of that. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention, actually, I did remember there was other thing I was going to mention. Just for anyone who's already done the Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post bets for Bet 1, we've had a couple of nice market moves in our favour over the last few days. So Magic Maze, which was one of the 5 I put at the end of the video, which was 40 to 1 on Bet365, non-runner no bet. It won at the weekend, and then since Scarlet and Dove, which was I think third favourites, come out the market. So you're now looking at 10, 12 to 1 on that horse, and hopefully most people are on 40s. There was a little bit of confusion because it was in the non-runner no bet market, but weirdly shorter in the anti-post market. But the Bet365 non-runner no bet market, it was 40 to 1 up until the weekend. So it was available until then, not clearly after it ran. And then the other thing was in the Ryanair, Allaho's now confirmed as a non-entry, which has really shuffled up the market a little bit. So there was 2 I put up in my conclusions of non-runner no bet only, because they're both engaged to run at Ascot on Saturday, but they both still could go to Cheltenham. So Pic D'Oreille and Fakir Duderis, which are both now half the price that they were when I made the anti-post video. So those non-runner no bets are looking value at the moment. So yeah, the thing is, none of this stuff can mean anything until you actually get to Cheltenham and see if they run or not. But what you want is positive changes in there to make it at least like you feel like you've made some right decisions. So thus far, that on top of obviously Gentleman to Me, which didn't make it to an anti-post video because it ran before. Happy with some of the anti-post value that we've now got in play at the moment. Let's see if it actually converts in 4 weeks' time. All right, you have a lovely Wednesday when you get there, or if you're already on there, and I will be back Wednesday night for Thursday's selections. Thank you very much. Bye bye.